It's just recognition of, I suppose, the time that I've spent in landscape architecture. For me, what I derive from landscape architecture is the ability to actually deliver projects on the ground and have the ability to make a meaningful difference to how people experience, particularly the urban landscape. And for landscape architects, that's about not only designing projects, but it's about having the ability to actually successfully get them installed and constructed as well. I've been working in New Zealand for just under 20 years. I arrived here at the end of 2000. Started work with Boffa Miskell in early 2001, and during that time I've spent a lot of my time actually working on public realm and streetscape design projects. I've been involved in a number of quite significant and complex projects that have delivered new streetscapes and public realm. I'm proud of two projects or programmes of work in particular. The first relates back to the Auckland city centre. In the early 2000s, the city centre was very much dominated in terms of the streets, was dominated by cars, relatively small amounts of space allocated to pedestrian movement and activity. And Auckland Council, to their credit, recognised that as an issue, and they established a targeted rate to develop a significant fund for projects to occur. And we were fortunate enough to win the contract to deliver on those projects. And what that meant was that we had effectively landscape architects as a profession in charge of a significant and highly complex city centre upgrade programme of work. So I was leading the Boffa Miskell team as a programme manager and also project manager on various projects, and we had a team of sub-consultants working beneath us, engineers, civil structural engineers, traffic engineers, lighting designers. And we also worked with, as part of a partnering agreement, 2 contractors and various suppliers, and the idea was that that overall team would collectively deliver on a number of projects throughout the city centre. And the projects that I'm probably most proud of that came about through that programme would be St Patrick's Square, which is a fantastic urban oasis right in the heart of the city centre, and also the Shared Space Street programme, which really delivered on a paradigm shift in terms of how people and cars interacted in the streets in the city centre. Favourite projects would be the Avon River Precinct project. That again was a highly complex project that I was fortunate to become involved in. After the Christchurch earthquakes, central government established CERA, the Christchurch Earthquake Recovery Authority, and they allocated just over $100 million, I think it was about $120 million for the Avon River Precinct project, which was going to be a ground shaping, significant upgrade and redevelopment and revitalisation of Christchurch city centre. The team that won that was actually led by Opus and British Landscape Architects BDP, and myself and one other, Henry Crothers from Land Lab, was subsequently invited to join their 4-person design leadership team. So I ended up spending 16 months in 2013 and 2014 down in Christchurch working with that team, and it was hard work, and it was tremendously rewarding and tremendously challenging as well. And it's great to see that that project was actually awarded at the late 2019 NZILA Awards with a Supreme Design Award, so that was good. To me, the NZILA represents the profession of landscape architects at a local, at a regional and at an international level as well. It does fantastic work in terms of advocating for the sensitive and appropriate and sustainable design of the landscape and management of both the urban and the rural landscape. And it also establishes through the registration process a pathway for career development and professional recognition and membership of the Institute, and obviously through CPD it ensures that we as landscape architects are continually upskilling in an ever-changing world to make sure we've got the appropriate skill sets to enable us to do our job.